Hey guys, welcome to A Call to the Universe. Today I want to take a look deeper into the show The Handmaid's Tale. So, The Handmaid's Tale just ended, and it's a dystopian drama set in a totalitarian society where women are stripped of their rights and forced into roles based on fertility. It follows one woman's fight, June Osborne, for her freedom and resistance in a brutal, oppressive regime. So, today we're going to use the pendulum and the cards to first look at what does Spirit want to tell us about the Handmaid's Tales and how it relates to our current society and our journey as a spiritual awakening and fighting the Matrix? Also, how close were we to going to that timeline? And last question, is this actually occurring in an alternate universe? So first, let's take a deep dive on what Spirit wants to tell us regarding the show and how it relates to our current spiritual journey. First of all, in the past we get the Nine of Cups. So a wish come true that we actually didn't go down that timeline, and that somehow those warnings from watching those shows, we used our own magic to get out of that timeline, which would have been a shocking ending for us. That pre-programming was definitely something heavy. That we chose something else. We chose balance. We chose a different timeline, a more proper timeline. But yeah, it was definitely for everyone that grew up in the 90s watching that film or reading Margaret Atwood's book. This was the right warning, and we chose balance. It was karmic to get out of there as a human collective, not to go through that timeline. And what's coming, with divine timing, is something way better. Let's look at further clarification of what's coming, why the Temperance cards in the future. Oh wow, the Sun and the Ace of Wands. So definitely we're going to a better future, better timeline, with more, definitely more energy, more vibrancy, and definitely less dark than everything that we saw in that show and the movie. So now, let's take a look at how close were we to actually going down that timeline. We'll pull 3 cards for this. Okay, in the past we got the Nine of Pentacles. I believe we were being used to manifest this timeline through mostly religious means. But throughout time, knowing this information and knowing that this could potentially happen, it stopped that by us speaking out and saying no, we do not choose this timeline. So putting boundaries and saying no. So I think we were pretty close. And now the last final question is this actually occurring in an alternate universe? First, we're gonna use the pendulum to ask the Spirit, how is this actually happening in an alternate universe? So. Oh, looks like we got a yes. So, due to the quantum reality of our universe, most likely, yes, there is an alternate timeline where this is happening. And somehow, women are actually fighting for their rights in that universe. So, let's deep dive now further into the question. If this is happening in an alternate universe, what is it like and what's going on down there? Let's see. So it looks like in that universe, independence ended, especially for women, independent women, and an ending. So yes, it definitely went down that route. But again, like that show, there's fighting happening, fighting, spiritual fighting, and moving away. So I like that show. It is actually people are fighting and ending that strife that happened. There's foundations being built that are taking them away from troubled waters, and they're getting help. So again, it very much follows that show. So sometimes this universe, this reality is weirder than we think. Now in the future, for that reality, you get the King of Cups. So either emotional superiority or something hidden. Let's find out further. Oh, wow. Community based on the sun. It looks like even though that timeline did happen, it does actually have a positive outcome. So it looks like the people that went through that, most likely suffer, but collectively and karmically, it looks like they're coming out better than we thought. So, depends on what you choose, what you believe, that's where you go. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more pools. Bye.